feel like as military spouses, we never have long enough to fully grow. But there's a very cliche but true statement of, bloom where you're planted. And it's true because we may only be planted for several months or a year or two at most, but we still have to make the most of it and bloom. In terms of how do you suggest advice to someone who thinks they don't have enough time, I would offer that all of these small moments we have as military spouses are what form our history. These are the memories that come together to form our marriages and our life. And there was a time when I would get really just upset about feeling shortchanged about time with my husband because it is so short and so intermittent, and it just seems like there's never enough. And I had to come to the realization that one day when I looked back on our marriage, all of these short 2 months together, 6 weeks together, were going to form the history of our marriage. And if I wasn't buying into these short times while I had them, I was going to just have a blur of our entire marriage together. And so I think that can be translated into our endeavors as professionals, as well as just spouses that are of this great big community of military spouses. That whatever time we have, as difficult as it is, and I don't write that off, it is a challenge to fully ingrain yourself into a community, if only for a short time. That is all we have. And if we miss that opportunity or we pass that by, we're really just losing out on what will be our story. And I don't ever want to look back and think that I just lived my story hoping to turn to the next page and the next page. I want to have fully filled out all those pages with as many experiences and friendships and lessons learned too, because there are those times where it's definitely not all sunshine and happiness and we are all, going to the, social events of the year. There are a lot of quiet, lonely, solitary times. And I want those to be times of growth. And I want the social times to be times of deep bonding with other people who can fully understand what I'm going through. And so I would just, for someone who feels as though there's not enough time to really dig in, whether that's a job prospect or just the presence of being there, I would challenge those individuals to really take a look at what they want to walk away with at each duty station.